Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I've got another weekly recap video for you all. Just kind of amidst the off season right now, I would say, we're a month out or so from actually getting into prep for national. So this is kind of that awkward time of, just slowly building and ramping things up as we're going. And with my schedule lately, as far as like work and life events, obviously priorities kind of undulate over time as far as how excited you get during different phases of your training. So I've certainly been in this phase of like just trying to stay afloat as far as training goes. So, you may have noticed my posting schedule and commenting has been way more sporadic, and that's kind of part of it. But as a powerlifter, to keep pressing onward here, it's most important just to be consistent. So I am still going to the gym. I'm bringing as much energy as I can. I definitely have been like really hard fought for motivation lately, but hey, that's okay. We're putting in the time, and that'll build up over the weeks as we go. So here's day one. As you can see, pause squats are getting heavier again and still moving pretty well. So I'm happy with those safety bar pause squats. And then the RDLs are up to 405 pounds. Definitely feeling pretty good on this day. Hamstrings get sore for sure with those two movements, but nothing too exciting. And then day two lately has been one of my more fun days. I've been really enjoying pushing this Swiss bar on the bench. So I'm guessing this is about 345 pounds. All I know about this bar is that it is not 45 pounds. I wouldn't be shocked if it was 65, but I'm treating it like 55. And, 345 for sets of 6 moved really well. And same thing here with the incline bench. I believe this is 305 pounds-ish, give or take. And these are moving well. This actually didn't bother my shoulder at all. I would venture to say that my shoulder is healed, so that's really nice. I started to see some dividends of that later in the week, so definitely excited to see that kind of progressing in the right direction. And then here we are with day 3 on the tempo deadlifts on the eccentric. Notice I am wearing the wrong shoes, so that's not something that I would suggest, but it's light enough weights that I can kind of get away with it. And since we're deep into the off season, it's not a huge deal. If I was closer to a meet, I would definitely be more diligent on the shoe situation there. But honestly, the focus on this day for me, or at least what gets me excited, has been the rows. So I have a choice of rows, and I've been doing just some barbell rows for the first time in a long time, actually. Here I've worked up to 335 pounds for sets of 6, and not only is this a good back exercise, but doing it with regular, a double overhand grip is some challenge as far as grip goes. So hopefully building that up so that's not an issue in the future with deadlifts. Then here we are on day 4, obviously the heaviest day of the week. And overall it went pretty well. So this is my last warm-up at 655 on squats, and I would venture to say these moved better than last week, which was the deload week. So these moved really well, and it led into the 695, which I had 3 sets of. And honestly, I kind of ran out of gas, so you'll see this first set moves really well, and I'm happy with that. So I'll kind of let this play out. Shout out to my sponsor here, Rain Total Body Fuel, they got me some apparel to wear. So that's the shirt I'm wearing. Really like it. It's got a nice texture to it. So excited to be able to represent them in my training. And then here we are for the actual set. You'll see moves pretty well, I'd say. You know, right in line with an opener, a little below an opener. And then my second rep also moves pretty nicely. So definitely room to spare, especially on this first set. And then I don't know what happened, but I definitely ran out of gas. So you'll see this third set, and honestly the first rep moves pretty well, and I'll kind of wait for it to happen, but you'll see I get ever so slightly out of position. You can tell I'm fatigued, and then the second rep I'm almost too aggressive and I lose that tightness into the hole, and I think it causes it to be way slower than it should have been. So we'll go ahead and watch this in real time. So this is one of those situations where these moved way slower, but it's nice to be just kind of brutally strong enough at this point to be able to fight through some of the positioning problems, even with this amount of weight. So here we are. First rep actually moves pretty well, right? And then second rep, you'll notice my descent's just a little too fast. I think I actually sunk it a little too deep, and it was harder than I would expect it to be, but still overall not a bad week. And I think we've got room for progression onto the next. Bench actually was the highlight of day 4 here, though, because I was kind of able to inch forward and break through a plateau that I've had for several weeks as I've had the shoulder issues. So I was supposed to hit a single at 8. That was 425, definitely less than an at 8. And then here we are with 440, which is a nice milestone. First time over 200 kilograms since North Americans. So here it is. Watch my elbows though. It's kind of wonky. I lost my positioning for a second. And then once I was able to pause on the chest and collect myself, it definitely moved at an 8, if not even a little faster. But a lot of that's just comfortability. I'm only competition benching 1 time a week, and I'd venture to say that some of that foreignness of or lack of positioning is probably from that. But if you watch these back downs, 390 moves really, really well. So it's nice. I'm definitely on the uptrend as far as bench goes. So definitely a plus for the week. And then close out with deadlift. At this point, I was kind of exhausted. I took the route of not taking another caffeine pill just because I feel like I've been overdoing it on caffeine, and by the end I was just kind of dragging my way through, but we made it through the set. 605 moving well, and we're on to the next week. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate it as always, and until next time, happy lifting.